Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, Cordell? Tim has shout out to you. Shout out to Riley Keenan. Riley Keenan is the man. Shout out to you. He helped me create a Twitter. The Twitter link is in the description, and I'm also gonna type it into the chat box. That's gonna be a location where I'm gonna put up to date information as soon as I come up with it. If I make a lineup, I'm just gonna put it right up on Twitter, and then I'll make the YouTube video, which takes about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how big of a slate that it is, for me to actually get it up on YouTube. So if you're someone and you just want to see the lineup and you gotta go, or you don't have the time to wait, check out the Twitter. I'm new to Twitter, but I'm getting it. It seems pretty simple. I'm just gonna be posting stuff on there. You guys can hit me up on Twitter with questions, comments, suggestions. Maybe we get a little group thing going on, and just support it, man. Promote it. Give it to your friends, family. You've been following me for a week since I've been doing this. We win more days than we lose. We lost yesterday, but had like a 4-day win streak before that. And today I feel pretty good about it. The lineup that I put in my updated video should hit the green. And I also got a couple other lineups that I'm going to share with everybody that I'm using for the main slate. I got 3 lineups that I'm using. The safe, balanced one, which would probably not hit big, but definitely get you into the green for tonight. Then I got 2 more that I'm kind of gambling on to try to hit big for the night. So I'm going to share that in a couple minutes. I'm happy that I kind of faded this Boston game on the early slate. I only went with Isaiah Thomas because it's a big blowout. And Isaiah Thomas, I'm hoping he get into the 40s, but I don't see them needing to play him too much into the fourth quarter. Hit the like button, guys. If you've been following me and you know that I give accurate information, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's get this money tonight. I feel real good about this money coming in tonight. Who's good today? Let's get into the 3 picks. So this lineup is the safest lineup that I put together. Sergio Rodriguez, I really like a lot. Reason is he's starting to get more minutes. He's getting minutes into the 20s. He may even get you into the 30s for minutes. So we know that he is going to get minutes regardless, right? Then anything can happen. McConnell could get into foul trouble, whatever. Any point guard on the floor against the Lakers are due to have a big night, right? In the first game against the Lakers, he played 24 minutes. He only put up 15 points. In that game, he only had 3 assists. In the last 5 games or so, he's been having 6 to 8 assists. And he's been in the 20s a couple times for the minimal price. With all the heat that I have around him, I feel pretty good about Sergio Rodriguez as a punt cheap play for the day. At the time when I made the video last night, I went with Dion Waiters, and I felt pretty good about it. Now, there's news out that Dragic is officially ruled out, and I had a feeling that he had to be ruled out because he got hit in the face pretty hard, and his eyes was swollen. I'm surprised they don't have him in a concussion protocol, but for him to play the day after that is just not safe. So I knew he would be out. So that makes me like the pair of Dion Waiters and James Johnson. The responsibilities are going to be shared between these 2 guys, and having both of them in your lineup, I think, will reward you pretty well. Same could be said about Porzingis and Hernan Gomez. I feel like having both of them in a matchup against the Nets is a very good idea because the Nets are generous to big men, and these are the 2 big men that should be starting. And there's tons of rebounds to go around and blocks, points, steals. So I think these 2 combined will return you decent value. Dion Waiters, James Johnson. Pat Beverly was probably my least favorite pick, and he's interchangeable with Jeremy Lin. I think their price are the same, 5,200, 5,500. So Pat Beverly is a little more expensive. The reason I like Pat Beverly, and we can go into him a little bit, is he doesn't need to put up points to get you fantasy points, and that's an asset, okay? He put up 3 points here and gave 21 points, which is not great, but 3 points here again, he put up 18 points. Cleveland does not have guards that play defense that well. The point guard position in Cleveland is a position that gives up a lot of points. So I think he'll score double digits points, right? And that'll easily get him into the 30s if he gets super aggressive, which I think he would. And he gets a double-double with some rebounds. He'll get into the 40s. We know he have 40 upside. And I look, 2 points, 21 fantasy points. 2 points here. He had 30 fantasy points. So this is a guy that can hit 30 without scoring the basketball. And I think he's going to be on the floor quite a bit because someone has to guard Kyrie Irving. And this was the number one reason why I stuck to Pat Beverly today, is because someone has to guard Kyrie Irving. They cannot leave Lou Williams out there too long on Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is too good of a basketball player offensively. They're going to use Pat Beverly to try to slow him down, and he'll get a lot of minutes because of that. And I think he'll be in the mid-30s for minutes. James Harden is going to carry the offensive responsibility. Pat Beverly will get some shots up. I feel pretty good about him. I was between him and Lynn, and I went with Pat Beverly. That's my choice. I'm not changing anything in my lineup from this chat unless news drop saying that one of my guys are not playing, or if someone's not playing that gives me obvious value, then I might consider it. But I'm not questioning anything, any decision that I made. I'm not changing anything. My lineups are set, and I have a feeling that all 3 of my lineups are going to be in the green tonight. I have a feeling the one that I have with LeBron and Harden matched, paired with each other, that one might be way up in the green and double what I lost last night. I feel very good about tonight's slate. There's not a lot of uncertainties. It looks like Tyler Johnson was dealing with an injury as well, but he's good to go. Dragic is out. Brook Lopez is playing. He's always worth a consideration. Let's take a look at Brook Lopez and what he does and has been doing. So the matchup is there. It's a good matchup. We know that he's playing. His last time out, he put up 40, which is just about what we need for his price if you're looking for 6 times like I look for. 40, 30s consistently. In 2 games against the Knicks this year, he's about a point per minute as far as fantasy point. So if he plays 30 minutes, we can expect around 30 from him. I'm not big on Brook Lopez, but if you are, it's not a bad idea. He can get hot, start hitting down a lot of threes. So Brook Lopez is always worth consideration, all right? So this is my main safe lineup. I feel like with this lineup, you can't go wrong. You will definitely enter the cash into the tournament leagues with this lineup. And I don't think you'll win a tournament with it, but you'll get back what you betted plus more. And that's what I look for on a nightly basis. This lineup here is what I call the LeBron Harden fade lineup. It's always wise to fade the obvious plays of the night. It's very balanced, have a lot of upside players. We know McCollum can get you into the – I think Zubac is going to have a great night, just to let you guys know. And Lynn looks to be getting back into the groove of things after his injury. He's starting. He's going up against a weak Knicks defense. I think this is safe. And if I didn't play him here, I said I'll give him a shot here because I did like him a little bit. Harkless is pretty steady. Whiteside is averaging 50 fantasy points in the 2 games that he played Indiana. I'm not one to really chase points, but I use it in my consideration. The matchup is there, and I think Whiteside may need to put up points in the 20s because Dragic is not playing, and someone is going to have to take more shots. So that opens up a lot of opportunities for Whiteside as well. Makes me excited that I have Whiteside, James Johnson, and Dion Waiters all on my early slate lineup. I feel pretty good about this lineup right here. McCollum, can get into the 40s. Booker can get into the 40s. Waiters can. Porzingis can. Whiteside can. So I think this lineup would also be in the green. Depending on how you feel, you may even like it better than this one. But this one is definitely in play. But the one that I'm really excited about tonight, guys, this lineup here I'm not playing. I kind of, what am I doing? Experimented with it a little bit. It's a free contest. I was kind of playing around, and Trevor Ariza, Ryan Anderson, Ingram, 3 iffy players. I would never put my money on that. But this one here, I'm very excited about it, guys. Jeremy Lin, and to stack Harden and James. Myers Leonard is the minimal price on a team that doesn't really have a power forward. Ed Davis is injured and out. He's getting minutes in the 20s, high teens. He's good for a point per minute. And he's going up against a Phoenix team who struggles against big men. In the last game they played, he put up 27 minutes, had 23 fantasy points. I think he can hit 6 to 7, maybe 8 time value for that price. Paired with LeBron Harden, I think that's a good choice. Hernan Gomez is going up against the Nets. That's like going up against the Sixers if you're a center. So I love him. Rodrigo, as I spoke about. James Johnson. Zubac, man. If you know me, when I get excited about a guy like this, they always pop. They always pop, guys. Mahinmi, I called him out of nowhere. He popped that night. Then I said David Lee the next night after that. I had an off night last night, but I'm back, guys. Zubac is what you want in your lineups tonight. I think he'll be low owned. He's going to get minutes in the high 20s. He's going to exceed 23 minutes. And it's Philadelphia. He's a center. We know that he goes off from time to time. He put up 40s and 50. I think Zubac is going to hit a 50 bomb tonight. Call me crazy. I'm going to get to the chat to see you guys' opinions, but I think Zubac get us into the 50s tonight for sure. Definitely hit the like button if you like what I'm talking about. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Either way, feedback is always appreciated. Do you think Cleveland-Houston game blowout? No, I don't think it's a blowout. It's a chance of it being a blowout, being that Cleveland is on a back-to-back and they're traveling into Houston, but LeBron James is an animal, man. He's not going to let his team get blown out. And if it is a blowout, I don't think it will happen until later in the game when all our guys already hit value. So, Cordell, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I like the matchup. Watch with LeBron. He may sit out. Yep, I got my eyes on it. I got my fantasy news updates up. I'm keeping an eye on it. If you guys hear anything that I didn't see, then let me know. The Vegas odds changed for the Houston-Cleveland game. I wonder if that means someone sits out for Cleveland. Let me check it out. So Cleveland-Houston, they have Houston a favorite. So it opened with Houston being the favorite with a 230 total. Then Houston became more of a favorite with a higher total. I don't know. I don't know why the odds spread that. I mean, it's a legitimate odds. Cleveland, unlike they lost 2 out of the last 3. They have just LeBron and Kyrie Irving. Really, Houston have weapons. They could be getting word on things that. Plus, the back-to-back for Cleveland could have been considered. They probably, just like you guys did, got the rumors that LeBron may sit, so they kind of anticipating that in their odds. It could be a lot of reasons for it, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on that LeBron James because then I have a lot of changes to make. I've been hearing both him and Kyrie might sit out. Yep, true thing. They may. Let's get it. James not solid today. James is solid anytime he's on the court, especially when Washington Wizards about a couple games behind them for the first place seed. I do not think LeBron wants to go to Washington, D.C. in the playoffs and have to challenge that red-hot Washington team. I think he tries to lock up that top seed in the East and breeze through the Eastern Conference. So I think that's the driving force. Plus, The NBA might put a lot of heat on Cleveland resting players after Golden State just did that yesterday. Weekend, basketball fans are off work. They want to watch good games. It was supposed to be 2 good games back to back this weekend. They ruined one with the rest. I don't think that the NBA would like for them to do it 2 days in a row. It's just going to be very bad for basketball. Don't like stacking Harden and LeBron. I did. I'm going to go back to my lineups after I answer everybody's questions. I have 3 lineups. One I call super safe. And for me to stack them both, I can't guarantee the safety that I prefer to play. And then I have 2 other lineups where I'm just going with the high rolling guys where I'm stacking LeBron and Harden. Yeah, Zubac, man. Zubac is what you guys want tonight. Definitely. Tim, be careful with these online rumors, man. That messed us up the other night with Bledsoe. There's a lot of rumors. Bledsoe's out. He's dealing with an injury. He's not playing. And then we went big on Eulis, and I think we won that night, but we could have did better. So I'm not following any rumors. I need certain facts before I go ahead and jump on a player. Mamba, what's up? Love Mamba. He's a good dude. He stays on the comments. He's always updating. He always got good things to say. Show Mamba some love. Again, my boy Riley Keenan. I'm going to shout him out all day, all night. He's made himself available. He took the time out of his day to make a Twitter page so that we can have it to he went out his way, made a Twitter page that we can use to communicate with each other. And for that, I'm forever grateful. I'm going to post a link to my new Twitter page in the comment section down here. DFS Simplified. That's the Twitter. Follow it. Harden, LeBron, and Zubac in the same lineup. Yes, I have a lineup just like that. I'm going to show it in a couple minutes. That could be the winner. Zubac tonight, man. I'm telling you guys, I feel it. He's due, and this is the game. Magic Johnson wants to see the guy play, and he will see it today, all right? Yeah, Tim, it's not a fact yet, and until it's a fact, I'm not changing my lineup. The DFS world, they do these things so we can be discouraged. And then I'm not biting any bait. Zubac in the D League. What are you talking about? So this is my 3 lineups again tonight. These 2 on top: Rodriguez, Waiters, LeBron James, Porzingis, Hernan Gomez, Pat Bev, James Johnson, Miles Turner. I think this is the safest lineup. I don't think you could lose with this one. And then my upside lineups are McCollum, Booker, Waiters, Porzingis, Whiteside, Lynn, Harkless, and Zubac. All right. Zubac last played on the 9th. When did the Lakers last play? Because if he's getting DMPs, I might reconsider, but I don't think he is. I'm pretty sure he's not. On the 9th. So 9-7-5-3 for the Lakers. And for Zubac, 9-7-5, he was out. But it's good to see that he came back on the 9th, and he did all right. He played 17 minutes and put up over a point per minute. For his price, I think he's pretty safe. On the 10th, so he was assigned to the D League on Friday. It was his 11th. D League assignment was what? Though this was expected to be short if the Lakers are off schedule until Sunday. So Zubac will just suit up with the defenders for the game of fire. The rookie has average. Yeah, it looks like Zubac is in the D League. Not going to rush to take him out, though. I'm not going to take him out my lineup yet until closer to lock. We still got an hour left. I think Zubac plays. He played the last game, and they sent him to the D League. That's weird. But that's a good who said that? Bobby Tislo, that's a good mention. I know he got sent down for practice and to keep him playing, but if they don't recall him, then he won't play, right? They have to actually call him up. And normally when they call players up, I see it on the news feed, so I'm a little concerned. Where is it? So President Magic Johnson said he wants to see Ivica Zubac in the starting lineup to see if he's a 30 to 35. So while Luke Walton has said he's calling the shots and isn't giving the front impact too much, this is very interesting. This may also help explain why the Lakers are sending Zubac to leave on Friday night. So it might have time before Zubac can start lineup. He's not a must pick up yet, but he's up track. Let's investigate this Zubac thing, because if he doesn't play and put a hole in my lineup, I'm going to be pissed off about it. Very pissed off. Shout out to James Harden, man. The guy does not want to rest. He says, I'm a millionaire. They're paying me all this money. Why am I not going to give the fans what they want? So I like James Harden for that. He's a warrior. Ingram got sent down to the D League as well. Is that what you guys are saying? Yeah, Tim, I saw that. Very good chance he's in the lineup Sunday. I wish. Let me see if I can Google some news on Zubac, because if Zubac plays, I am super excited on getting him in. So it's a lot of chatter about starting him. All right. He's saying that he's ready to shoot some 3-pointers. No, don't shoot 3-pointers. Stay right there in the post, please. Assigned to the D League. Let me read this article live with you guys. I'm trying to see what's going on with Zubac. All right. We don't know. We don't know what's going on with Zubac right now. I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's safe to say that he's not in my main lineup where I got the most money for the night. So if he doesn't play, it wouldn't hurt me. If he does play, so say Zubac does not play. A lineup like this, I think, could still be in the green. But I think he plays, man. There's no way I could be so excited about a guy and he does not play. So I think Zubac plays. I'm going to feel good about it. I'm going to keep him in for now and see what happens. All right. LeBron and Harden stack. What contest would you play them in? More GPP or cash or a little both? That's definitely a GPP move, right? You're looking for upside. And the thing with these so-called cash lineups is if you win in a GPP contest, you automatically won in a cash 50-50 contest, right? I don't really play the 50-50 because I hate the idea that no matter how well I do, I'm going to get the same amount of money, the double ups and 50-50. I hate that concept. So what I do is I play the 10-time contest. So if I'm in the top 5, I win 10 times my money. So $5 could turn into 50, and I hit it quite often. I just hit it 2 nights ago, and I showed it in my video. And then I enter all the single entry contests. So it's shark proof. There's no sharking in those contests. You only could pick one lineup. And that main lineup, which I showed you, which does not have Zubac in it anyway, is the lineup that I put in all the single entries. And then if I have 2 or 3 lineups that I feel good about today, there's contest that says 3 entry max. I play only those. I still throw my lineup into that big $4 contest, just hoping that I can get lucky. But that's not what I rely on. All right. And that's how I feel about contests and which ones to enter. But my lineups are always safe for both formats, Tim, to answer your questions. Very good. If you're looking for a 5-time center play, Capella, he has a lot of upside. True fact. I did mention that I'm not changing my lineup once the live feeds start. I do feel good about my lineup, so I'm not changing it. But Bobby Tislow, if you like Capella, play him. Patrick says, I do not see Zubac on their current roster. Hey, Patrick, the thing with Zubac tonight is if he does play, I love him so much that I'm not going to take him out unless I see something saying that he will not play. So for right now, I'm going to keep Zubac in. But on the other side of that, I have lineups without Zubac that I put the most money. The lineup that I'm putting the most money on, which I recommend to you guys, is this lineup right here. That's my main lineup for the day. That's the one I'm going with. These other two are just bonus that I'm sharing with you guys. Behind the scenes stuff that I'm doing just to kind of maximize my opportunities for tonight. But when it's all said and done, my number one main lineup for tonight is this one, and it does not have Zubac in it. So that's a gamble I'm willing to take on the other two lineups. Riley Keenan has entered the room. What up, bro? Thanks for that page that you set up for me. If it's anything I could do to repay or return any favors for you, anything you need, let me know. Do you have a lineup with LeBron and Zubac? I do, Mamba. I have a lineup with LeBron, Zubac, and Harden. And this is it right here. I feel good about this lineup, especially if Zubac plays. I think this lineup has a top lineup for the night look and feel to it. If you went to those 3 max contests and you want to play my 3 lineups, go ahead. If we all tie, I'll feel good that all my friends won with me. I'm never mad about that. So I think he plays based on what I've heard now. Yeah, Patrick, it's like up in the air. I don't know, but the upside that he has and the matchup that's there for him and the way that the president likes him, I'm not taking him out. I hope he plays. I know if he plays, he's going to go off. I remember a month or 2 ago. Oh, he's been recalled. See, I told you. Well, just hold on. Let me see what's going on. Well, my gut feels so good about something, man. Trust me. It's a reason for that. Let's see. Oh, I don't see the recall, but it probably take a couple minutes to come up. But when my gut feels good about something, it's a reason. And Zubac is what I've been feeling real good about this whole day. So I'm thinking of making a GPP line to play in one tournament. Do you like Tyler Johnson with Dragic out? The thing about Tyler Johnson is he could start, he could play limited minutes. His ceiling is capped at around 30. With Dragic out, I think his floor becomes a little more safe. So I think even though some nights he doesn't get to that 30, I think with Dragic out, he will get just around that 30. But I think that's where the buck stops for him. I don't think you'll get too much upside from him. So if it's a tournament lineup, I don't really feel good about Tyler Johnson. If it's a cash lineup where you're just trying to make the 50-50 line, I feel very good about Tyler Johnson. I think he could be a good asset in your lineup, and that's how I feel about him. He was called up for a reason. Where do you guys see that he was called up? I'm waiting to see that. I don't see it on my update. I don't know what site do you guys use. Let me see if Fantasy Labs have that. I don't see that. But if it's something that I'm not looking at that I should be, let me know. I'll start checking it out. I don't see that he's back. Where did you see that, Tim? Go to NBA homepage on the right side of the page, roll the world. All right, let's check it out. On the right side of the page, on the NBA homepage. Hold on, let me go back because I don't think NBA and Roll the World. Go to NBA homepage. Oh, on the Roll the World site, you mean? I see what you mean. Okay, so it's news that's just hitting, and it's so new that it's on the they didn't do the oh, I see it right here. The Lakers recalled Ivica Zubac for Sunday against the 76ers. Let's go. He was fantastic in his D League game. Just to mention, he scored 18 points, 11 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. The Sixers are going to double that when they give it to him tonight. I'm telling you, get Zubac in your lineups, man. You need Zubac. I don't have him in my main lineup, and I'm not changing any of my lineups because I'm sticking to what I said. I'm confirming my lineups. They're in already, and there's nothing that's going to make me change my main lineup to put Zubac in. I don't know if he's starting. I don't know if he's not. I'm not going to do that. But I have 2 other lineups that I feel good about that I'm playing tonight, and Zubac is in both of them, and it should be in you guys' lineups, man. Zubac is what you want. The Lakers may have wanted to get him up to speed stamina-wise, which could set him up for a big minutes against the 76ers. What? Magic Johnson wants him to get 30 to 35 minutes with 4 games on Monday. with 4 games from Monday to Sunday, Zubac could be the hottest pickup after tonight. If you want to add him in before the demand gets high, it's not a bad idea. Now, personally, I don't listen to Roto. I think it's a setup and a trap, but I agree with Roto on that one, man. Zubac is gonna go off tonight. Make sure he's in your lineup. You love both. I have 3 lineups, Patrick. I'm gonna show you again. You should love all 3 because I do. I have this one here, which is the main one. No Zubac, very balanced, not too much risk. Little upside in LeBron. I think Waiters will do good tonight. Then I have this one here where I'm fading both LeBron and Harden, which this is probably my weakest lineup, but again, it's so balanced that everyone here could put up 40 points. And I wanted to get a lineup with Whiteside in it why I really made this lineup, right? Because if you're averaging 52 fantasy points in 35 minutes against a specific team after 2 games, I think you can do it again on a 3rd game, or at least mid-40s. I'll take it from him, all right? But this lineup right here, I'm ready to just – now, Patrick, don't get confused. This lineup should not exist. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't want anyone to get confused and play this lineup. It's a very weak lineup. Ingram, Anderson, Ariza is just 3 risky players that you don't want. Let me go and do something so I can get rid of that lineup so I don't confuse any viewers who come into my room that's going to come to me later and say, oh, you had this lineup. Oh, I can't even withdraw from it. So you know what I'll do? Let's do this. Clear. Let's do this. Import. Lineups. All right, so we got rid of that stupid lineup. It's not on my screen no more. These are the 3. I'm in a lot of 3 max contests tonight. And these are the 3 lineups that I'm submitting. This is the main one that I'm excited about. And then I have this one, which is a little safe, but I consider it my weakest lineup, but I still like it enough to put my money on it quite a bit. But this one right here, I have high expectations of. This is what you call a tournament lineup, all right? I'm still thinking I could probably take Lynn out of this lineup and put Pat Bev. I'm not going to do it because I already told myself not to change anything, but bing, that might be perfect. I don't think Lynn will do that bad that made me regret playing him. And Pat Bev is not always a must, so I'm okay not touching anything right now. All right, I got a ding. Let's see. Thoughts on Riley Keenan is already in here. If you haven't done so, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'm bringing you guys free advice. People who have been playing my lineups daily have noticed that, have already told me that they have more money in their account than they did when they started listening to me. So that's good enough reasons to get you guys to like and subscribe to my channel. If you don't like what I'm saying or you don't like my advice, you can dislike it. I don't care either way. Yo, man, how confident are you in your main lineup, bro? Very confident in it. I don't think it's going to win you a tournament, but I think it'll get you in the cash, in the green. So if you're a 50-50 guy, even if you're a tournament guy, I think no matter what format you insert my main lineup into, I think you'll be in the green. The lineup that I'm very excited about that has a lot of upside and I think is pretty safe is this one right here. Jeremy Lin, James Harden, LeBron James, Myers Leonard, Hernan Gomez, Sergio Rodriguez, James Johnson, and Ivica Zubac, which I think is going to go off tonight. You got to get Zubac into your lineups. Let's see. Jimmy Harden, Ingram, James, Thaddeus Young, be careful. Thaddeus Young, be careful. I like him. Before he got hurt, he's putting up good numbers, but so let's go play around with that lineup. I'm going to plug it in, right, and see what it looks like, and I spent some time on it, Jimmy Rodriguez. I'll do that for you. Could do that for you. Why not? Let's see what Jimmy Rodriguez is talking about. He said Harden, Ingram, and James. Ingram, James, Thaddeus, Hernan Gomez, Lee, Crab, and Zudak. Allen Crab. All right. Allen Crab has been hot 2 games in a row. He's give us 4 times value 3 games in a row. Phoenix is a good matchup. There'll be a lot of extra possessions. It's an up-paced matchup against them this year. He put up 34 minutes and only 15 points. But that's against the defense of P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker is gone now, and T.J. Warren is more of an offensive-minded guy. So Allen Crab has an opportunity to do well tonight. It's not a bad pick. If your gut saw something in him, or if you like Crab and you want to play him, play him. But I'm not getting to him. Zubac, I love. Courtney Lee, I love. Hernan Gomez. Thaddeus Young, like I said, before he got hurt, he was in the 30s, consistently 30s. We know that he has mid-20s of capabilities. The upside is 30. He actually did 30 against Detroit, which is a good match. Was not a great matchup. Against Miami, he's played 32 minutes twice this year. He's only putting up 18 and a half. Not to mention that was before he got injured. So Miami give him a struggle. I would be very careful with Thaddeus Young. Let me see if I could suggest something instead of Young. Crab is not a power forward eligible guy. LeBron James is Ingram? Nope. So you're stuck with a power forward for 4,200. I would suggest, Larry Nance Jr. has been up and down. He'll give you upside if you want to gamble on him. And Shannon Fry on any given night, we know that he just got hot the other day. He put up 30. If you want to gamble on him, he starts at power forward most nights. There's going to be a fast-paced game. This is a game that's worth stacking. Lance Thomas does okay. But now that Hernan Gomez is back, his minutes kind of decrease. But if he gets the right amount of minutes, he can go off. Anybody can go off against Brooklyn. But I would be very careful about Thaddeus Young. He's in the worst matchup that he can be in, and his history in 2 games are not good. So that's how I feel about him, Jimmy. Yo, what's up, EH? Chilling, man. I'm chilling. Blair, what's up, bro? What's up, Blair? How you doing? Big bank now. Played over 75 the other night. Turned into 330 now. Was that because of me, Patrick? Let me know, because I know people, I've been hearing a lot that since they've been watching my videos, they've been doing good. So let me know if that's because of me or if that's just, great minds think alike. We do make similar picks on a nightly basis. Saric is going to hit a 50 burger tonight. I don't doubt it. But the price on Saric is just too risky. I'm not doing the Saric thing. But if you like Saric, let's check him out. I'm always willing to check out you guys' picks and see how you feel about it. Saric. He's in the best matchup that he could possibly be in. To get 6 times value, we need about 47 points from him. In 19 minutes against the Lakers, he only did 10, right? And in that game, I did look at it in my main video from last night. Their center didn't play. What's his name? Their big star center, Embiid. Embiid didn't play. So with no Embiid, Saric already played the Lakers. He didn't do too well. And if Zubac is going to be down there, it's going to be a little more difficult for him. Julius Randle's been playing all right. We know that Saric is capable, even on his good nights. He'll put up 44, 45. But for me to expect 48 from him, when his floor he's pretty stable in the 30s. I think he'll get you mid-30s today, upper 30s, low 40s on his best effort. But I'm not chasing that Saric tonight. But if you like him, play him. All right. Patrick said yes, all because of you. So Patrick is one person that can testify that my videos are legit. I had a rough night last night, and I think some people might be questioning, especially if you just followed me yesterday and you lost. You're like, come on, this guy. But trust me, guys, even before making videos, I've been killing this NBA thing. Are you going to do something for the late games? I doubt that I'm going to do something for the late games. After lock, my girlfriend's going to come home from work, and she needs some time and attention, some affection. She started verbalizing that I'm spending too much time online. So When she gets home from work, games will be started. I'm gonna put her to sleep like a baby, watch a little movie with her. Um, I'll probably make dinner tonight, knock her out when she's asleep. Then I'll do my video for tomorrow. But I'm not gonna do the late night video. No. I ran with Zubac pick, helped me get 303. Help me get to 303. What's 303? I'm kind of confused. Playing DK because of you. Yes, Patrick. Let's get it. Is LeBron playing tonight for sure? We don't know. I don't say anything saying that he's not playing. And that's what I need to take him out. Something saying that he's not playing, all right? A lot of speculation is not enough for me. LeBron is playing, man. I really feel like he's going to play. He has to play, all right? Cyrus Price caught up to his performance. Exactly. So his price is right where it needs to be. We look for value, guys. And for that price, there's a lot of other people that I like that I think can give me some consistency. Yeah, Troy. Nothing official on LeBron yet, so I'm not taking him out. And I think Thaddeus can outmuscle Babbitt. It's a good point, but isn't James Johnson the one that he's gonna have to worry about? I know they start Babbitt, but Babbitt don't get that much minutes. Let's check it out. Babbitt. Luke Babbitt is averaging teens. Some games only 9. Let's look at matchups, right? Toronto's power forward is who? It's not a big body guy. That's what's his name that just came from Orlando, Ibaka. So Charlotte don't have big bodies. They played him 18 minutes. Cleveland didn't either, and they only played him 9 minutes. Or it was a back-to-back. And I'm trying to see a team. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just not a big. I like Thaddeus Young. He used to play for the Nets, and I fell in love with him because I'm a Nets fan. And I would love for him to do well on any given night. I like the guy, but he's just not someone I'm putting my money on tonight. But it's a good thought. Out muscle Babbitt. He's gonna have to deal with some James Johnson. Let's see. Oh hell yeah! When Saric was 4 to 6K, I had him every night. When him and Covington Price always been a little bit up because he was doing damage before Saric emerged. But when Saric was 4 to 6K, I was pairing him up with Covington. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you paired them two up for that week, the week before I started making videos, you would have won every night because between the both of them, I was getting like 100 points, 90s. But now that their price have caught up to them, is no value. EH 303 fantasy points. I think we surpassed that tonight with this Zubac, James, and Harden. That's like 200 there in itself. That's 60 a person. That's 180, and that's just 3 people. I think I think that big lineup that I have is getting us into the 300s tonight. Thaddeus only played 18 minutes his last game. See, it's a lot of things why I don't know about Thaddeus, man. Oh, you mean against Miami? Let me see. Nah, he's averaging 32 minutes against Miami in 2 games. Here, I'll go extra step to look at your Thaddeus Aces versus Heat. I don't have too much to do anyway, so I could take some time and break down this Thaddeus Young idea of yours. They played 2 games. Let's look at the first one. And let's look at the second one. Let's look at the box score. On this one is February 25th, not too long ago. He played 26 minutes, 2 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. So 4 and 6 is 10, 15, 16, about 18, 17 with some turn. So in 26 minutes, he did nothing this game, right? Miles Turner did decent. He would hit value based on that. CJ Miles, Jeff Teague, nothing. They struggle. Miami plays defense. They're no joke on the defensive end of the ball. Whiteside killed them. Oh, man. Tyler Johnson, Riley Keenan, to answer your question, he played 30 minutes and he struggled. I don't expect him to have 0 points, but even if he gets 10 points, that still wouldn't be what we want. So be careful with Tyler Johnson. He's definitely a good pick. James Johnson came off the bench and went to work. Look, there's a number on every line on this thing here, all right? And that's what I expect from him tonight. I feel good about James Johnson. I suggest that you guys get him into your contest. Let's look at the second game that they played. You don't want to use one game, right? Thaddeus Young, 38 minutes, 6 points. Come on, man. I'm not playing Thaddeus Young tonight. I don't think you should either, but if your gut says you like Thaddeus Young, then play him. Jimmy. Just getting off what the lineup for tonight. Hey, Troy, I'm going to pull it up for you. My lineups for tonight. I have 3, but one is my safest one. I have a safe one that if you just want to cash and you're not worrying about hitting big on a tournament, you want to go with this lineup right here. I think you'll be in the green on any tournament that you enter. I think that you'll win all your 50-50s with this lineup right here. This is the safe lineup, right? This is the one that I think can get you where you need to be. Now, if you're looking to hit big tonight and you're in these tournaments and you want to get on top of it, I feel very good about this lineup right here. This lineup right here, just juicy. You're pairing up the 2 highest scorers of the night potentially, right? And then Myers Leonard has been superseding value for his minimal price. Hernan Gomez in the best lineup that he could possibly be in, a lineup that in 2 games, playing 19 minutes, he already, in 19 minutes in the 2 games that he averaged, he already hit value based on his price tonight, right? And he's going to get more than 19 minutes because he's the starting center now. There's no Joakim Noah. So love Hernan Gomez, love Rodriguez against the Lakers. James Johnson has more responsibilities tonight. I love that idea as well. And Zubac, man. Love Zubac tonight. I think Zubac brings home the chicken at the end of the night. Is he playing the late game? Yeah, he's playing what they call it? The hammer. He's playing the late night hammer, guys. Zubac is going to take you from iffy to the top of these tournaments today, man. Love Zubac. Let's see. I'm gonna enter that Zubac and LeBron in the $4 GPP to 4 play 50K to first. Hey, Mamba, we might be tied because I got it in there too. So we might be tied. I'll split it with you. I think I got 9 likes. I'm assuming 9 people play it, and we all got to split first to 9th place. I think that's about 30 grand a person, maybe. I'll take it. I'll take a grand. If I win $1,000 off of $4, I'm grateful. I might I tell my girlfriend I'm on vacation from the casino. I wouldn't go all week. You know what I mean? So let's get it. I hope it works. Nick Bruce. Turner's playing the Heat. I mean, again, whatever. Quick question. On your safe lineup, if LeBron news doesn't come out till after lock, and if he sits, is that lineup ruined? I don't think it's ruined because the top player of the night will then be players like what's his name? Damian Lillard, which is 9K. That's a tough price to get to Lillard. Then we got to worry about James Harden getting a lot of points. So I don't think it'll be ruined. There's still a lot of people around him that can put up a lot of points tonight that would I think it'll win a lot of 50-50s and those kind of lineups. It may affect the tournament entry in the green, but I go with my gut. I don't think LeBron is going to sit. All right. I just don't. I think he'll sit. They're going on this big road trip. And there's teams they're all tough teams, but there's teams that I feel like the Cavs will have a chance against without LeBron that they may sit him for. But this game, they will have no chance. So I think they'll fire him up. All right. My man, right on. Yep. Man, Dion Waiter's going to shoot the ball 20 times tonight. Nah, he's going to shoot the ball 30 times, and it might go in 20 times. I would love that. Wade left Miami for the Bulls, and now Miami is going to make the playoffs, and Chicago's won't. I think they both make the playoffs. I want them both to make the playoff. But, yeah, I think you're right. I was looking at the standings last night, and it looks like the Heat are on, like – they're like let me see something. I think the Heat's in the standing. So they're right next to each other. Detroit's iffy, but they've been hot. 7 out of the last 10. Milwaukee's streaking. Pacers is actually on the decline. So the Pacers been losing, man. Pacers haven't been looking too well. So I'm hoping that Miami and Chicago gets in over Pacers and any one of these guys. I just hope only out of these three, I want Miami and as a matter of fact, Charlotte I would like to see in the playoff, but it looks like they're gonna not make it. But if 9, 10, 11 could replace 6, 7, 8, I would love that. It'll make it a better playoffs. They're better competitive teams. Detroit and Milwaukee, I don't think is giving these guys any kind of competition. So it is what it is. Atlanta, they got hot early in the season. They got lucky because towards the end, they've been kind of struggling with bum shooter. They need to get a point guard and stop playing around. Sorry about the fade in LeBron. Hey, Gabe, let it go. Trust me. I'm not going to do it tonight. So Cousins killed me too. Can't believe it. A part of me feels if I knew it was Anthony Davis' birthday, just like when it was Klay Thompson's birthday, he went off, I would have played him. I didn't know. And he was cheaper. So a cheaper guy with some narratives, I would have went with AD instead, but I'm not crying over spilled milk. People thinking LeBron will keep people away and help us. I agree, Riley. All these reports are bait. The rotor grinder and these sites put up to try to discourage you. And half of those people that's saying that he's going to be out probably going to play him. Don't bite bait, man. Look at facts. When the team says that he's not playing, then he's not playing. But until then, what time does that LeBron game start, by the way? Let me see something. I think that's one of the first games, so we will get word before it starts. No, they're going out west, so it might not be. 9 o'clock, and the slate locks in at 6. Yeah, man, that's tough. But the fact is that if he didn't travel with the team, we would know that he's not even traveling with the team. So we know that he traveled, so he's going to be there. So I'm not biting that bait, man. LeBron is in, and if he doesn't play, I have a lineup without him that I feel good about. And if he does play, I got lineups with him that I feel great about. So I'm in a good space. All right. Can you show the lineup? Yes, I will show the lineup for you, Abra. But you got to like and subscribe to my channel before I do it. All right. I got 9 likes and 25 people in here. I'd rather have 9 likes and 16 dislikes. At least I know everyone left some feedback. But don't listen and not like or dislike the video. Let me get some feedback, guys. If you like what I'm saying, if I'm doing useful stuff to you, if you appreciate winning because you've been playing my lineup for the last week or so, just give me a like. It helps my YouTube stuff. I guess it does. I hear a lot of people asking for likes. It looks good. Like my lineup. But the lineups again, and I'll tell you how I feel about each one. This is the safest bet for the night. Given that LeBron plays. If LeBron doesn't play, I don't think this lineup will even kill you in a 50-50 or double up. So I like this lineup to put you in the top 50 percentile for the night. This lineup here is a fade LeBron, fade Harden lineup. I made it just in case for some reason something happens where those two guys don't do well. There's a lot of fire in it. I like this lineup. But this lineup is the biggest upside lineup, the one that I'm very excited about. The one that I'm spending the most money on is this one here, the safe one, because I put my money where safety is. But the one that I'm expecting the most from is this one. Zubac. I have a lots of expectations of Zubac tonight. It reminds me of how I felt about Mahinmi. So get Zubac into your lineup. I think Zubac has a good night. All right. I'm starting Ariza if LeBron plays. He gets 20. If not, he gets 30. You know what, Bruce? I had Ariza in my lineup initially, if you saw the video from last night. And I think pairing up Ariza with Ryan Anderson is a good strategy. I think one of them will go off and one will be average, but when you combine their price, you'll get value for having them both on your lineup, not knowing which one will have the better night. Anderson I like because there's no power forward in Cleveland that can really guard him right now. And I think he can take advantage of Channing Frye, for example. Ariza I like because LeBron doesn't really play defense, and Ariza will be running around. LeBron tries to exert his energy more on the offensive end a little bit, and on the defensive end, he's catching his breath. And I think Ariza will give him a run for his money. So to have Ariza and Ryan Anderson paired is not a bad strategy. That was actually my mentality when I made last night video, and I wouldn't have changed last night video if I didn't feel that Hollis Jefferson is a bum. Hollis Jefferson in my lineup does not make me feel safe, so that's why I ended up changing it. But Ariza, if you play Ariza, I think Nick, you got to pair him up with Anderson. Put Ariza and Anderson together, and that's a good pair up, good handcuff to each other. This channel is gonna become big. Hey Ryan, I hope so. You can help me recommend it, suggest it, put it out there. I think the creation of my Twitter is gonna help me as well. I'm trying to get it big because I want to put together a group of people who win every night. You know, I love the feeling of just helping people win. You know what I'm saying? If you love your rest of your lineup, having Trevor Ariza is not going to drown you tonight. So stick to your gut. Don't you think LeBron news of not playing would have came out after? Exactly. I think not only after shoot around, but if he wouldn't play, I don't think. Well, he would have had to travel with the team anyway because they going on this big road. I just think he's playing, man. I don't think LeBron is going to sit out tonight. That's how I feel about that, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Teague only risk in my lineup to me. Teague is a risk, bro. Take out Teague. Take out Teague, man. Is leaving 400 too much for Zubac and LeBron roster? I don't understand that question. Could you rephrase it for me? Is leaving 400 what? You're betting $400 on a Zubac LeBron roster? Okay. I'm not playing Ellis for Sergio. I thought about that. And I thought about putting Pat Bev for Lynn. And I might, no, I'm not changing my lineup. I'm not changing. Trust me. I'm not coming on this live show and changing my lineup. But Tim, that's not a bad idea. And I think you should do it if you feel good about it. All right. 400 is a lot of money. That's about 2.4 fantasy points if you're looking at a 6-time value spot. But when I made the lineup and I looked at it, I said, oh, wow. And I looked at 400 like I don't like to leave money. But then when I looked at the lineup again, like for example, if Zubac goes off tonight and he's $3,500 and he put up 45 fantasy points, that $400 doesn't matter because he's that good. And I looked at every single position on it. Here, let me do it for you right now. Right? So if I come off Lynn, yeah, I could get Pat Bev, but I already have Pat Bev in the lineup, and I don't know. I just don't know about Pat Bev. I actually thought about it. I want to do it. I think he's because if you look at the two, Lynn has red next to him. Pat Bev has green. I'm a green person. Pat Bev is home. So is Lynn. Pat Bev and Lynn has the same season average. Pat Bev has more minutes, I think. If you look at last 10, Pat Bev is 28.9. Last 10 for Lynn is 26.8. So all signs are pointing to Pat Beverly being the pick, and then that will close the gap as far as it's just that Lynn, I feel it's about the floor, right? And Pat Bev, I think his floor is safe too, man. Man, you gonna make me put Pat Bev in and take out Jeremy Lin? I want to do it, man. Let me see what the chat think. Should I take out? All right, I'm gonna listen to Riley because Riley's in college and he's good with computers and stuff, and he's telling me don't change it. So I'm not changing it. I was thinking about it, but I'm not changing it. $400, I'm leaving it over. Who would you recommend? Got 300 left over. And not the G, not the point guard. LeBron James will play. So if we leave Lynn, right, let's look at all the other guys with that $400. James, Mislin, I don't want to even look at it, man. It's going to just give me a headache. I'm not changing anything. I'm not changing anything, Nick. Oh, you mean 300 more than what's his name? Teague. How much Teague costs? 6,400. If you have to go 6,700 and Teague. Allen Williams. I'll play him over Teague. He's been steadily in the 30s. Yesterday he didn't do too well, but I think he gets back in the 30s. Booker. Take out Teague and put Devin Booker, man. That's a good play. Dion Waiters. Come on. All these people are better than Teague. Don't play Teague, man. Teague is not really that LeBron and Zubac lineup you got. You're leaving 400. Is that too? Nah, I don't think so. Is Dragic playing? Dragic is out. And someone said LeBron's playing. Let me see where they see that at. Oh, Josh Richardson is moving into the starting lineup. That's bait. I'm not biting on that. I would never play Josh Richardson. Where did you guys see that LeBron was playing? Is that certain? Is that out? James Harden, guard Houston Rockets. Harden will likely suit up against the Cavaliers on Sunday despite hurting his ankle. Yeah, Harden did an interview saying that he's not resting. He takes pride in playing all 82 games in a season. That's a big thing for him. He gets paid too much money to sit out. He went on a rant about it, and the integrity of the guy, man. He's a basketball player, so I like that. I guess I'm going to risk it with Teague then. Go ahead. Lynn is the focus of the team. I agree. I'm not moving Lynn for Pat Bev. I have Pat Bev, but yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Riley. Lynn is like the guy that's setting everything up. He's the core. Pat Beverly. All right. I don't know why you said third option. I know. Yeah, exactly. Pat Beverly is playing supporting cast. Lynn is directing the orchestra. So for that reason, thank you, Riley. I love Riley, man. Riley, my little scholar. He's a scholar. This is what I'm rolling with. Lynn, Harden, James, Leonard, Hernangomez, Beverly, Crab, and Zulak. Very solid, very solid. Crab is probably a little risk, the biggest risk that I see here, but he's been hitting value lately. So how can I doubt Crab when he's doing what he needs to do? Sore ankle's an issue though. Yeah, it is, but so what? So what? I mean, you could take out Harden and put in like Damian Lillard. I don't think Damian Lillard will hit his see, the thing is, Harden's floor is similar to David Lillard's ceiling. All right. Harden can mess around and give you 80, 90 points. Last night, the real reason why a lot of people lost is because Anthony Davis had like 80 fantasy points. So unless you had him, you were screwed. People with him were guaranteed to win with even weak supporting cast with him. So the fact that Harden could be the highest scorer of the night and he went off against them for like 77 points on the first time out, that's enough to make me feel like Harden is what I need and want. All right. What did Riley said about Saric? I don't know. I didn't catch it. I got Lillard, Waiters, Ariza, Randall, Turner, Teague. Who's Unicorn? I don't know who Unicorn is. Porzingis and Zubac. So outside of Teague, I like it. So you don't have any more spots for centers. So you need a guard or a forward for Teague. And man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Leave him. You know what, Bruce? Leave Teague. You know why? Because Teague showed that he can get you into the 40s. And Dragic is not playing. Richardson is a better defender than Dragic. So that's going to be tough. But leave him, man. Go with your gut. If that's your lineup, everything else around it looks solid. So you're fading LeBron. I think McCollum price for dollar is a better pick, but leave your lineup. Go with your gut. Don't change it because of me. Because if you lose at the end of the night, I don't have money to pay you back. I love that lineup and agree. We're saying we can only get Ellis or Bev. Yeah, exactly. And Beverly is the one I would consider. I'm going to keep Lynn. Yeah, I had him, and James. Randall, Zubac. I think that combo doesn't work. Maybe. Porzingis is going to have a good night. I hope so. I got him in a couple lineups. LeBron or Harden, pick one. I say LeBron because Harden got people on his team that can step up for him. There's been games where Harden had average nights and they won. If LeBron has an average night, they're going to lose. They don't have a power forward. LeBron is crashing the boards like crazy. The guy put up 4 straight triple-doubles. He's looking like Westbrook out there. Playoffs are coming. I like LeBron over Harden tonight. It's my personal pick. If you're in here, you like what I'm saying, you like my advice. Twitter is a new thing that we just started today. I'm gonna put my Twitter name here in the comment section. Let's see if we can get Twitter jumping off and going. I'm gonna post content on Twitter before I even get them on YouTube because it takes 10 seconds for me to put a picture of my lineup up on Twitter. It takes 2 hours for my YouTube video to upload. So Twitter will be the place to go get first dibs, but I'm not gonna neglect YouTube. I will always post anything that I post on Twitter on YouTube. But Twitter is just a place where, like, while I'm not live on YouTube and you guys want to interact with me, you want to bounce ideas off of each other, that's a good way to do that, is on Twitter. All right. So if you're in here, you like what I'm saying, get on Twitter, like my video. It's 26 people in here and I only have 16 feedback. So if you don't like what I'm saying, then hit the dislike button. If you like what I'm saying, hit the like button. But just don't sit and not respond. You know, I think it's kind of disrespectful. Nah, I don't really care. I'm just saying, what are your thoughts on Larry Nance? Let's check out Larry Nance for the Inquirer. Nance. Oh, Lance Thomas? No, Lance Thomas. Nance. Nance is solid. He's min price. In the last 10 games, based on his price, he's 6 times value, which is a good sign. The last game out, he gave us 28, which would be like, what's that? 7, 8 times value? 8 times value? 7 to 8 times value. He did it against Boston and Phoenix. Philly. The thing is, between Saric and Covington, I think they'll give Nance a hard time. And then now they're talking about Zubac getting more minutes. So I don't know who's gonna lose minutes because of that. He was on an injury and he was out and had some hard time, so his price went down. But if you look at his last 10, man, he's in the 20s 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So 50% of the time, he'll get you 6 times value. He played 34 minutes against the Lakers and gave us 25 points. So if he plays half of that, half of 25 would be what, about 12, 13? I don't know. I don't think he'll double-double in the limited role. So Larry Nance is worth consideration. For his price, if you pick him, he can help you. But if he does not have a good night for that price, I don't think he could damage you that much. But for Zubac being similar price to him, I love Zubac, all right? Yo, man, I have a feeling LeBron is only going to give you at most 40 to 45. Hey, I heard something like that last night. I took LeBron out, and he went off a triple-double. In an up-paced matchup like this, I'm not taking out LeBron. LeBron is like the in lieu power forward for that team. He's been playing like the power forward role on defense. He's been grabbing all the rebounds. He's getting minutes. I'm not messing with LeBron James. I'm taking him tonight. I'm not taking him out my lineup. Ingram is definitely worth a look. And Georgia, I'm gonna plug your lineup in and kind of analyze it and give my thoughts. Let me just answer this Ingram question real quick. Ingram is worth a look. The only thing with Ingram is I need about 30 from him. Yes, he's getting minutes, which is fine. But in 20 minutes against the same team, he only got 6 points, right? Ingram is way too up and down and volatile. Even if I get 24 to 27 from Ingram, I'm not too happy about that, right? Because that's not even 6 times value. That's what I'm shooting for. And he can get you 8, 20, 8, 18. It's very risky. You got to flip a coin, and if you think you're lucky, play Ingram, and you'll be happy. But it's not. I'm not risking anything. I lost last night, and I'm going super safe today. Let's mess with Georgia's lineup and see if we like it or don't like it. Right? Let's put it in our lineup thing here, and see how it looks. Come on, man. This thing's starting to get crazy with me. What's up? Nah, man. Come on. There we go. So Georgia likes Harden, Ellis, LeBron, and Ariza. Harden, Ellis, LeBron, Ariza. Hernan Gomez, Courtney Lee, Quincy AC. All right, so it looks like you're stacking a lot of New York. Oh, you got 3 picks. So I like Harden. Ellis, I think, is a good pick. I think that T comes out struggling tonight, and Ellis get a lot of backup minutes, and he hits value for that price. For that price, he's not my best pick for the night. I think you get better value for that price, especially when you can put Courtney Lee up into the shooting guard, Beverly into the guard, and then you have that price for anybody like a Zubac. Hint, hint. But if you want to fade Zubac and you don't believe in him, James, I love Ariza. I mentioned that I like the fact that if you're going to play Ariza, to handcuff him to Ryan Anderson, so that way you don't have to guess which one out of the two will have the better night, and whichever one does, the other one wouldn't have a poor night, and you hit. So Ariza is 4,500, and Anderson is 44, right? So that's 88, which means you need about 50 between the two of them, right? And if one give you 30 and one give you 20, that's 6 times value from that handcuff. So I think if you play Ariza, you gotta handcuff him to Ryan Anderson tonight, and between the both of them, you'll get value. That's just a concept that I develop on this thing here sometimes, and it's been proven to work. That handcuffing strategy can work sometime, and a perfect example of it tonight is Ariza and Ryan Anderson. It's a very good strategy to use. You'll get 6 times out of the pair. All right. Courtney Lee, I like. Quincy AC. He's gonna get minutes regardless, right? Because look at this. Robin Brook Lopez played against Atlanta and he got 22 minutes. Brook Lopez sat out against Dallas and he got 23 minutes. So Quincy AC minutes seems to be steady no matter who's playing. In the last 2 games, he hit 7 times and 8 times value for his price. And we know that New York is a good matchup. So this is a solid lineup, man. It's risky, but it's looking like one that can win for you, Georgia. So I like it, and good luck if you're gonna play it. All right. Zubac is playing. Yeah, not showing the minutes. I'm fine with that. All he needs is 5 minutes against Philly, and he'll hit value for his price. Trust me. Get Zubac in your lineup. Lopez is back, so I don't know about Quincy AC exactly. AC revenge game. That's a good thought. There you go. That's reasons for you to play him, Georgia. Go for it, man. Go for it. I think you're on the right track. It's just that with Ariza, I think he should be handcuffed to Ryan Anderson tonight. And I'm gonna actually look at that in my video tonight when I publish it to see if my theory paid off or not. But I think Ryan Anderson and Ariza together will get you 50. And Mamba, you want to know about Myers Leonard? Let's look at Myers Leonard for a minute. So 5 minutes before lock, guys. Just give me a second. Let me make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Actually gonna go on that Twitter page that was made for me. So Quincy AC is going back to the bench. Joe Harris not playing. That Twitter thing is where I think you can get a lot of lineup stuff out of it. See, it tells you who's starting and whatnot. So Teague, Miles, Paul George, Thaddeus Young. We knew that was gonna happen. Goran Dragic's right eyes is mostly swollen shut. See, I'm in the healthcare field. If his eyes is a little bit swollen immediately, I knew that the next day it's gonna be black and blue and swollen even more. So I knew that Dragic wasn't gonna play. Oh, I saw that. Jalen Brown did this whoopsie play. It was pretty cool. Damn, look at Dragic's eyes, guys. You think he's probable tonight or what? All right, let me answer that. The Heat was gonna start Richardson. We knew that. Let me see what else I'm missing here for this early game. Alex Len is questionable today. So there's a lot of reasons to like Allen Williams, man. Allen Williams should be a good consideration tonight. This is my new Twitter. I don't have any requests yet, so you guys are not requesting it. You should. Oh, I think I do. Oh no. Followers are up to 10, so maybe a couple more you guys have been following. I'm gonna be doing a lot of work on Twitter, so follow the Twitter, guys. The link is right here. I want to answer that Leonard question really quick before it locks. So let me do that real quick for these guys. The reason I like Leonard is because Ed Davis is out for Portland, and they're looking for a replacement for the most part, right? Now, Von Lay's been getting a lot of minutes. Von Lay starts, but he's just not someone I'm comfortable playing. But Leonard can either back up Von Lay or Nurkic. So the reason I really like him, I mean, all that's whatever, but he's the minimal price and he's getting minutes in the 20s, okay? Against a Phoenix team who plays up pace. They're going to take a lot of shots, going to open up a lot of rebounds. I see Leonard getting 10 rebounds today, and if he could pull down 10 points with that, a couple putbacks, he can double-double easily. He's minimal priced with a double-double possibility. I think he hits 7 to 8 time value. Quincy Acey's off the bench, and he's not guaranteed. I think Leonard has more upside than Quincy Acey tonight. So I will go with Leonard over Quincy Acey, all right? It's just how I feel. I need 2 cheap plays for power forward and guard. It's only 3 minutes before lock, but I can try. 2 cheap plays for power forward and guard. Let's check it out. Power forward, cheap plays. Larry Nance, definitely. Shannon Fry is a punt play. Flip a dice. Thad Young is pretty cheap for his upside, but I don't think he'll have a good night tonight. Myers Leonard, we just spoke about for the minimal price. You want to pick him. And for guards, Monte Ellis is always a good play because he's getting a lot of run. Stuckey, if you got big balls, you can go with Stuckey. CJ Miles is always good. So Monte Ellis, CJ Miles, Deron Williams, maybe, not really. Iman Shumpert went off yesterday. He had 24 for the minimal price, but he's a little bit volatile. He could be up and down. And that's all I could give you, bro. Sorry. Let me get thumbs up if you like. Can you post your Twitter handle? Yes. And it's also in the description in this live stream. If you look in the description, comment down here. 2 minutes before lock, guys. Let's get it. Oh, see? That's how you know I'm not on Twitter. Instead of the @ sign, I'm putting the link. It's DFS_simplified. That's all I gotta do. Boom. DFS_simplified. That's the Twitter handle. Aha, the Keenan boys at it again. Yeah, Keenan boys. So it's lock time, guys. Good luck. I hope I've been a big help to you and your lineups. After we're in the green tonight, you know, I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna brag about it. It's hard for me to be humble when I want money. Even harder when I want other people money as well. So let's go get this money tonight, man. I'm gonna do this every day as I can. All right, every day as I can, I'm gonna help you guys win money. And if at any point I start losing too much money for you guys, I'm gonna stop. But I don't see that happening because I've been doing this for 2 years and steadily win money on here. Last season I did good. This season I've been doing very well. So Georgia, good luck. Nick, good luck. Riley Keenan, VIP of my subscribers. I love that guy. He's already putting in efforts for me. I like it. And I hope everybody wins tonight, man. You guys take it easy.